Good morning. How are you this morning? Good. I wish we would have had these type of sessions when I was in school, but I would have loved to get out of class. What I want to talk to you this morning about is being goal-oriented, being a leader, and what I believe it takes to be successful. In the scriptures, I believe the first thing to be successful, you must be a Christian. You must acknowledge Jesus in all thy ways. But one of my favorite scriptures from the Bible is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, lean not on thy own understanding, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct thy path. And my father, here's a little bit of background about me. My father used to always tell me when I was a child, Cam, if you put God first, you can always be successful. I didn't understand that at all when I was growing up. Now, I went to church every Sunday, but I did not understand what he was talking about until I became a Christian and understood the Bible for myself. Now, I'm not here to preach a message to you. I just want to tell you some things I believe that will help you in life. And one of the things that I'm just proud about is this idea of helping you be dressed for success, helping you get ready for the next level in life. When I was in high school, I already knew where I was going to college. I was already accepted in West Georgia by the end of my junior year. Because I was goal-oriented, I wanted to go to college. No one had to make me go to college. That's what I wanted to do. And there's four things I want to talk to you today I believe will help you. One, you must be convinced. You must be, if you're going to have goals, if you're going to be successful in life, you can't let someone talk you out of your goals. You can't let someone talk you out of your dreams. I tell ministers at the church, if I can come along and talk to you and tell you you're not a minister, after you say God has called you to be a minister, then you're not convinced. If you say you want to go to school and get your doctorate degree and you want to go to school to become a teacher or a lawyer, if I can come along 5 minutes after you said and talk you out of it, you're not convinced. To be convinced is you have a made-up mind that you're going to set a course of action and follow that course of action. No matter the obstacles, no matter the setbacks, no matter the difficulties that you have in life. When you're convinced and you're motivated, you can accomplish great things. The next point I want to make to you is not just being convinced, but you must be committed. There are a lot of people in this life, in this world, that have great dreams, that have great ideas. They got this big idea, I want to get this job, make a lot of money, and making a lot of money, that's just going to make me happy. Making a lot of money won't make you happy. What makes you happy is first starting with yourself. Believing in yourself. When you believe in yourself, then you can be committed, you can be convinced, and you can be happy. When you're committed to something, you set a goal and you follow it through. You know, give you a little bit more about myself. I went to West Georgia. The first year was wonderful, great. But school was easy. When I was in high school was so easy to me, I didn't develop study habits. I'm just going to be honest with you. I slept in most of my classes. Not because the teachers weren't good, it's because school was easy to me. But when I got to college, that hurt me. Because in college, you don't get the exempt exams. You don't get to scoot by. An A in high school is a C in college. And it hurt me a lot. I ended up coming home, feeling like a failure, not being a success. I did not finish school, but I still had a goal to get my degree. As a matter of fact, I will receive my associate degree in biblical studies this year in June. And I'm working on my bachelor's degree now. Because I set that goal a long time ago, even though I had some setbacks and was sidetracked, I had to really find myself. Then once I found myself, then Now, if you're going to be committed in life, then I believe to be committed and commit, you must be a trendsetter. You can't just fall in with the crowd. You know, we said, how many of y'all see these great people on television, the great athletes, and when they get ready to do an interview, they don't talk well, they don't speak well, they don't even seem like they're educated. You need a good education. The reason you need a good education, what good is making millions of dollars or making a lot of money and you don't know how to handle it? Money and a fool will soon depart. People can trick you out of things and manipulate you out of things if you're not convinced, you're not committed, and you don't have goals in life. How many seniors do I have here? How many of you already know what school you're going to? How many of you already been accepted to that school? See how the hand just got fewer and fewer? You should know you should have known starting your senior year where you wanted to go, what you want to do. My father and my mama told me when I got ready to graduate high school, before I graduated high school, 4 things you can do. You go to college, you can get a job, you can go in the military, but if you don't do those 3 things, you get out my house. And they were serious. Because they said, we're not going to take care of you for the rest of your life. You got to grow up. And high school is fun, but please don't make decisions of going to college just because that's where your friends want to go. Don't make decisions of going to school just because I heard that's a party school and that's where I want to go. Because life is not a party. Once you graduate high school, you are an adult. You moving toward either getting a job or moving to college, but life you start having real responsibilities. And one of the days you know you really got some real responsibilities is when you have bills, you have to take care of a family, or when you go on your first job interview. That's why education is so important. That's why being equipped is so important, because a lot of people, when they get ready to go on a job interview, do not know how to conduct themselves well on the interview. Oh, look, let me put it away. It's all right to be the coolest thing in school when you have to dapping around school, like you got all the women, you got all the men, you know. When you go to a job interview, you go over that job interview doing like this, that man or woman gonna look at you like, I ain't hiring him. I'm not hiring her. If you come in, busting slack or slouching, looking, I ain't hiring them. They already rip you off. I use Sean Puffy Combs, for example. I don't agree with his music. But when he gets ready to handle business, he goes to a bank in a suit. He has a master's degree from Howard University. Because he understood, if I'm going to be in the music field, the money is not really in the rap song. The money is not really in me on the video. The money is the person that produced the music, that writes the music. And what I want to instill into you today is don't just let them go just to go to school to become an athlete. I want to become an athlete. Have a business mind that not only will you be a good athlete, but you'll handle your own business. Most of us in here got cell phones. The person that owns a cell phone is not the one that really making the money. The person that produced this, that made this, that's continuing to form the technology to make these better, that's the person that's really making a difference in the world. That's the, don't just, have a goal that when you think you reach the level of success, to really be successful is to help somebody else. Don't just leave Hart County and look back on Hart County. I'm not going back. I'm not going to help anybody. And people that help you get along in life, reach back and help someone else. A real leader does 2 things. A real leader makes someone else better, and they also lead someone, they set a path that someone else may follow because they are convinced and they are committed. You're going to need that in life. You're going to need to be driven. I'm not saying I have fun. Listen, I love having fun. I mean, I enjoy life. I like watching sports. I like going places. But I also understand that life is just not about playing games. Don't make decisions just based on because somebody you think you love today. I can't live without them. Most people change boyfriend and girlfriend 10 times before they get married. And most times people outgrow one another. I want to say this to you. Check your circle. The people you hang out with have a great influence on you. I'll give you an example. I have a lot of friends I grew up with that are mad with me today because I don't want to hang with them anymore. They're doing the same thing we were doing when we were 16. I'm almost 39 years old. They're doing the same thing we were doing when we were 16. They're still hanging out on the block, still living at home with their mother. God has blessed me to buy 2 houses. I mean, I'm a pastor. I go to school. I had a goal. I wanted to do something in life that would not only impact my family, but would make a difference to somebody else. That's what I really want you to get a hold of today. If you set goals and dreams, you can accomplish those, but don't let it just be about helping you. Think about helping someone else. Think about it having an impact on someone else. Last year, I had the opportunity. I met Mar Ingram. Mar Ingram was the Heisman Trophy winner in 2009 from Alabama. He won the national championship. When I met Mar Ingram, I didn't feel less than Mar Ingram. He didn't know if I had the same money he had now. He didn't know. I carry myself with confidence that it doesn't matter who I meet. I don't put myself down to anybody else. Don't ever belittle yourself to anybody else. When God created you, He created you as your own individual. You have a purpose in this life, and you can do great things. But don't ever belittle yourself to anybody else. Don't ever put somebody else up as this standard of who you think, if I can be like them, if I can achieve it like them. No, find your own dream. Find your own goal, and work toward it. My next seed will be 4 C's this morning. You got to be courageous. There will be setbacks. There will be obstacles. There will be times of despair. There will be some tough times. But if you're convinced, if you're committed, and you have the courage to stay the path, you can do great things. Just being smart is not going to make you make it. I had a roommate in college. He was the valedictorian of his high school. Graduated with a 97 point something average. Failed out of college. You know why? Because when he got to college, he was not driven. Me and him left at the same time. You have to have, because he started having a setback. He got his first F in college. I never forget the day. He came to the apartment. He said, Kam, I got my first F. I don't know what I'm going to do. He didn't know how to overcome setbacks. You're going to have them in life. You're going to have friends that are going to walk off and leave you. You're going to have people that are going to disappoint you. You're going to make some bad decisions. But you can overcome bad decisions. You can overcome disappointments if you're convinced, if you're committed, and you're courageous. I want all of you to be successful. Everybody may not get a job to wear suits and ties. You're going to get a job, make good money, but it's what you do with it. Some people that are going to graduate high school are going to go right into the workforce, and that's all good. But if that's what you want to do, make sure that's what you want to do. Don't let someone dictate to you what you want to do. If your parents want you to go to school, but you really don't want to go to school, you need to talk to them about it. Just be, Mom, Dad, listen, that's what you want me to do. That's not what I really want to do. Because it's bad to get out there and get loans and stuff, money from school, and then you got to pay that money back, and you don't finish. I had a college professor, she told me, oh man, she was tough. She said, when the door closed, if you're not in my room, you get a 0 for that day. If you went to sleep in her class, she would wake you up and send you back to the dormitory and say, you get a 0 for the day. She also told us in class one day, she said, I don't care if you get your college education or not. I got mine. You got to get yours. I thought that was the hardest statement, but I saw it as a setback. I saw it as a disappointment and a heartache, but I had the courage to finish. Even though I didn't finish at West Georgia, I did finish. How many juniors are in here? How many of y'all got an idea of what you want to do after high school? How many of y'all know what school you want to go to? My last scene. Remember I told you got to be convinced? Got to be committed. Got to have the courage to stand up and make a difference. I tell the young people at our church, be a trendsetter. Don't just fall into the crowd. Make a difference. What does it matter if somebody calls you a nerd? What does it matter if somebody say you stuck up? Words don't matter. It doesn't matter what people say about you. It's what you say about yourself. And when I see in the Bible says God says we are fearfully and wonderfully made. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It's what you think about yourself and how you carry yourself. My last thing is you must be corrected. When I look back over my life, all of the teachers I thought was hard on me, I thought they were so mean. When I got grown, I realized those were the best teachers I had. Because they saw something in me, they was trying to invest in me, because they saw that I was going somewhere and they was trying to help me make it. But I thought, oh man, why she always so hard on me? Why he always hard on me? I'm even in church. I mean, I had some deacons and pastors, they was always hard. I'm like, Lord, why all these people on me? They were trying to correct me to help me be better. That teacher you think is the hard one, that you think may not care, she really cares. Maybe that leader in church, if you go to church, you think hard on you, they care. They're correcting you, trying to help you be better. They're trying to invest in you so that they see something in you to help you get to the next level. It's not that they're trying to get something out of you, they're trying to put something in you that, not that you go back and give them all the accolades, that when you make it, you can say, well, I'm thankful for that person. I'm thankful that that person was in my life. I'm thankful that they helped me. I had a talk with a young man not too long ago, and I tried to tell him, I said, the reason I came over to the school to talk to you, I got a phone call to go to the school to talk to him. I said, the reason I come over to talk to you is because, man, I love you. I want to see you make it in life. You may say, well, Pastor Cam, you don't know me. I don't have to know you. But I'm looking at a bunch of leaders, a lot of leaders, the next generation of leaders. We could be looking at the next president or U.S. senator or congressman or doctor or lawyer or professor or music producer. The next great invention to come across the United States or the world could be sitting right here in this room. But if you don't learn how to take correction and take it well, you will never be successful. I don't care how great you are, somebody's always going to be in leadership over you. You have to always submit to authority somewhere. Because I thought when I was in high school, when I got grown, I could do what I want to. You can't just do what you want to because you get grown. There's still rules, there's still standards. Some people think, when I go off to college, I can just do what I want to, and that's why so many folks fell out of college. That's why I messed up in college, because I lost my focus, I lost my dream, I got sidetracked, I started trying to date girls, and hang out and go to parties. And that's not how I was raised. But when I got out of school, because I didn't discipline myself the way I needed to, I got sidetracked. But once I got back on track, could nothing stop me from reaching my goal. That's really what I want to tell you today. That's really what I want to invest in you today. You can accomplish great things, but don't limit yourself. All of us have heard this, probably heard this statement right here. The sky's the limit. I disagree with it. There is no limit. There is no limit. The only limit is the limit you set on yourself. If you say you can't, you won't. If you say you won't make it, you won't. I wish all of you would get the chance to meet my son, Cameron. Cameron was born with cerebral palsy. 2 pounds, 9 ounces. This is going to be my last point. The doctor told me and his mother that if he lived, he would be a vegetable. If he lived, he wouldn't ever talk, he wouldn't ever walk, he wouldn't be successful at all. Don't expect much out of Cameron, because it ain't much. But I chose to believe what the Word of God said. My son, the same doctors that said he would never make it. Cameron is now 12. Cameron is on the honor roll.